Hello everyone. Hope you all are doing great. Welcome back to another episode of Gardening on Nandanavanam. Today, let's talk about pear. 3 years ago, I've planted a pear plant in my garden. The plant does bloom but doesn't produce any fruit. And then 2 years ago, around the same time I've planted grapevines, I've also planted a second pear plant. And as of last year, it started producing fruit. But only this year, we could actually relish some juicy pears. Why? Let's delve into the details next. If you're here for the first time, welcome to the channel. My name is Pawan and I love to garden. As I garden, I make these episodes to help out aspiring gardeners take advantage of my experiences. Please subscribe to the channel to learn great gardening tips, watch interesting harvest videos, and yum recipes with homegrown food. Let's get started. As I said, the first pear plant bloomed well but didn't produce any fruit, so I had to read up about the possible reasons that causes this. And turns out many varieties of pear also require cross pollination to bear fruit, which means I need multiple pear plants in my garden to successfully produce fruit from all that beautiful blossom. I do not have a large yard, so it will be difficult for me to have multiple plants. So, am I out of luck? No, all is not lost. That is where grafting kicks in. So, when you are out to the nursery to pick a pear plant, ensure you are looking for a pear plant with at least 2 to 3 varieties of pear grafted on it. So when you bring home, it could have 3 or maybe even 5 grafts on the main stem of the plant. The advantage here is that nurseries know and shall pick the right pear varieties which can actually cross pollinate each other. Doing that will mean you can plant one pear and successfully produce fruit in your garden. One thing to bear in mind though is not all the 3 or 5 varieties of pear which are grafted may produce fruit. That is not the purpose of the grafts. Its purpose is to help cross pollinate and help those varieties of pear with the most mature stem to actually produce fruit. If you've ever eaten a pear, you know how juicy and delicious a fruit it is. So, where do you all think all the juice is coming from? Pears need a lot of water. The most important help you can give to your pear plant is to water them regularly and thoroughly. In the first few years, especially, give them at least a gallon of water every day during the growing season. After the first few years, when the plant starts to bloom and bear fruit, you can give it a gallon of water every day. How do you know if you're watering too little, too much, or just about right? You can check at the base of the plant, and if the soil is moist, then you're doing it right. Recycle an empty milk can and make a tiny hole at the bottom of it with a push pin. And there you go, you have an instrument ready to water your plant regularly. Refill the can with water every morning, and that will ensure the plant has constant water in the first few years. Once you do that every day, you can't go wrong with it. The second thing you can do is to use mulching at the base of your plant. That will help prevent excess evaporation of water and keeps your soil moist for longer. After the first year, the second pear plant started producing a lot of fruit. So many so that I had to provide support to the pear branches to prevent them from snapping. I've pruned a few strong branches from other mature trees in my yard, which I could use to support the pear plant. Watering, fertilizing, everything continued as per schedule, and within about 4 to 5 weeks, the bloom turned into fruit. And as the fruit started growing in size, they started to ripen as well. Now, as the fruit ripened, they filled the air with a very sweet scent, and the result? There was literally an invasion of squirrels in my garden. Within just a week, almost all the fruit disappeared. It was a hopeless situation as I could not do anything to prevent them from picking the fruit. The ravage continued on the pear plant, but I had to focus on the rest of the garden too. So I happened to visit someone in my neighborhood to pick some earthworm. As I walked into their backyard, I've spotted this apple pear which they've covered with the net in the hopes that they'll be able to protect the fruit from the squirrels. I've given it some more thought and decided some ingenuity is required to solve this situation. So I started experimenting with a few natural organic options until I found success. What worked for me was a combination of three things: garlic, orange peel, and neem, all of which together help me repel squirrels and keep them away from the pear plant. Well, at least for this year, that is. The primary thing these three natural ingredients help me achieve is to cut the sweet scent in the air, which essentially acted as an invitation to the squirrels. Once that was controlled, even if the squirrels did stop by or passed by the plant, the strong smell acted as a natural repellent. The secondary benefit is the neem helped me control mild leaf curl on pear plant. The last benefit is for the pear plant to grow tall and green thanks to the loads of nitrogen in orange peel fertilizer. Hope today's video was informative and helpful. If you do like this video, please smash the thumbs up button and help me reach a larger audience. Do not forget to leave your comments on how your pear plant turned out and if the tips were helpful in repelling the squirrels from your garden. Happy gardening. This is Pavan signing off until the next video. Thank you.